know, it's not like you can almost predict what he's going to do. So anyway, it's about 4 years ago, and I have this idea. I want to make The Gingerbread Man about a little killer, pissed-off cookie. It made sense, you know? And like most of my movies, I figured, well, I don't really need a star. No one's going to, or a star. I can't afford a star. I don't need one of those B-movie actor guys who were hot 30 years ago, and now they're kind of fucked up, you know, like choice number one. I don't need that. I just need good actors, young kids, and a real good pissed-off cookie. And then my casting guys, they go, Charlie, this is such a unique opportunity to put kind of an interesting name in this movie, because the fellow, for those of you who have not seen this movie, have some of you seen Gingerbread Man? Yes, okay. Well, you should. This is one you should pick up because the sequel's even crazier, and it has a great title: Gingerbread Man 2: Passion of the Crust. Okay. Is that cool? And we're making the third. As a matter of fact, we have this whole executive producer program I'll tell you about later. So anyway, rewind. Gingerbread Man. The guy said, my casting guy said, you should find someone cool because the part calls for 1 day work of, let's say, the name actor, and maybe you can afford that, even at a higher rate. Because what happens in the movie, in a nutshell, is that guy comes into this diner, the Gary Busey character, shoots up a bunch of people, almost kills this girl. The girl owns a bakery. She sends him to the electric chair. His grandmother's a witch. He gets, like, whatever, turned into ashes. The ashes go to the bakery. The bakery cooks him into the gingerbread batter, and out comes a pissed-off cookie with Gary Busey's voice. Pretty cool. Good storyline. So anyway, that's the story, and that's how it works. And all we needed was whoever would play this part 1 day, and then to come back and do the voice of the cookie. Very important, the pissed off voice, because the cookie's chasing the chick around, saying nasty things like, "Eat me, you punk bitch," and all that kind of stuff. So you could afford someone. Think of some crazy name, and you know, if the guy gets $250,000 a week, maybe he'll work for 50 grand for a day. You know, easy day's work. So the suggestion was this and this and that. None of it sounded really interesting. And finally someone said, how about Gary Busey? I thought, God, you know, he's so fucked up anyway. You know, he may just say yes. It's worth the effort, even though I thought unlikely. So we go to the agents, the managers, the whole protocol, waiting for an answer. And shocked the hell out of us, he agreed and accepted our offer. So suddenly, this little cookie movie has Gary Busey in it. Everyone's excited. And then we're told, okay, here's what Gary wants. He wants the motorhome, the thing, the special candy, blue, green, red, chauffeur, bring him to the set. People should look at him. This weird list of shit. Which is fine. Who cares? You know, I have worked with the weirdest people ever. I mean, you know, I grew up on a movie set in Italy where I worked with Klaus Kinski. I worked with people, when they got pissed off, they would take a gun out and say, I'm going to fucking kill you, director. You know? I want a close-up. I mean, this is Klaus Kinski. I have stories, but most of you probably don't know who Klaus Kinski is. But anyway, anyone see Crawl Space, a weird movie I made? Yeah. Oh, you guys are cool. Man. Weird movie. No. So anyway, I said, I can handle Gary Busey. Bring it on, okay? Plus, I thought, in a day, not even a day, I think I can shoot him out in a half a day. How bad can this get? So anyway, the moment is coming. We're shooting the movie. I think it was like a 7-day shoot, very quick. I figured, let's schedule Gary for the first day, get it out of the way, get all that tension. Then it'll all be about the girl and the bakery and the little pissed off cookie. Then, of course, as per the deal, Gary's got to come back and do the voiceover, which is putting the voice into the cookie. So the day comes, and I thought, you know, I'm really going to be so prepared for this that there's no way Gary can fuck things up, because his reputation is like really not good. You know, he comes on set, he does weird stuff, he splits, he ruins your movie. So I think, okay, the scene basically involves Gary's character comes into a diner, starts pulling money out of the cash register, starts shooting people, people are running, he goes behind the counter, he sees someone, he goes, come out, and there's a little bit of dialogue, and more dialogue, and he shoots more people, and he kind of works his way down the counter, and at the very, very end, he has a confrontation with the young girl, who turns out to be the girl who sent him to the electric chair, who owns the bakery, and blah, blah, blah. He hears police coming, sirens, and he splits. I figure, okay, I'm going to shoot this in one shot, okay? It's called a dolly shot. Put the camera on the tracks, and you roll with the actor, and you just shoot, 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 shoot. Then I thought I'd go in for a couple close-ups. I could literally do this in 4 hours. I thought it was great. Now, to set up a dolly shot is not easy. A lot of different lights, a long track, everything's got to look good. So I figured we'll work about 3 hours, set it up, we'll call Gary to the set at 9 or something. So we worked, put it all together. Gary arrives right on time in our car, because he had to get a limo. Everyone runs out to greet Gary Busey. I'm saying, guys, just be cool. And I work with this crew all the time. I say, dude, don't be like weird. Just be cool. It's Gary. It's cool. It's cool. Because they're not used to seeing like anyone on my set like they would recognize. It's like, you know, young, wonderful actors and puppets and dolls. So Gary arrives. I'm standing there. I'm just kind of ready to shake his hand. He walks right by me. Walks. Doesn't crack a smile. Doesn't say hello. Goes right in his motorhome. Boom. The door closes. I go, all right. So I look. You know, this is the way it is, guys. Go back to the set. And I tell the production assistant, the assistant director, I say, let's get Gary, bring him to the set, we'll do a little walkthrough, a little rehearsal, and then we'll shoot the scene. So now Gary comes to the set, whole different Gary. It's all happy. Charles, great to meet you. I love your work. I love your work, man. I was like, Gary, thank you. Oh my God, this looks great. Well lit. Okay, plus he's directed, so this guy's definitely dangerous. He goes, all right, well, this looks wonderful. I loved your Cookie movie. I love the script. And I love the subtext behind my lines, especially the lines in the opening we're doing now. I love them. I go, well, Gary, here's what I think. Here's what I set up. Because the scene is just so awesome, you know, so powerful, I figure you'll come in, you'll do it in just one fluid deal. You do the cash register, you shoot people, you go behind the counter, you have that dialogue, you end up with the girl, you talk to the girl, you hear the police, you split. One beautiful shot, go in for some coverage. I think you could be out of here in 3-4 hours. He goes, no. Yeah. Sorry, Charles. I love your puppet Cookie movie. And I think every line is unique unto itself. Therefore, every one of my lines should be a separate shot. When I come in and I do that cash thing, that's a shot. Because I want to go with it, okay? I feel things in the script that you may not even be aware of, right? And then when I go behind the counter and I'm looking for that kid and I say, come out, that's a whole important moment in your movie, dude. And I want to take time with it. That's a second shot. Anyway, he basically wanted, for his 7 lines, he wanted 7 shots. Now, what you do in a case like this is go, genius, Gary. Oh, okay, you're right. Should have thought of it. Go back, we break the dolly down, all the lights, all the stuff, takes about an hour. We have one shot set up now. Come in, throw the cash around, shoot some stuff, end the shot. Very simple, straight on, lights. Gary comes back to the set. Now he's a whole different Gary. You know, he's not the happy Gary. He's got tears in his eyes, okay? He's like watery. He goes, this is an emotional moment in the movie for me. I go, okay. He goes, I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I can't hold it. I'm prepped. I'm ready. I said, okay. Now, as a quick aside for you filmmakers, up to a few years ago, I only shot 35 millimeter, and I just love film. But today, there's some great cameras, and 35 is so expensive, and I finally sort of went into a different mode. We're shooting all this HD and the red camera and all that kind of stuff. But Ginger Dead Man was, I think, the second to the last movie I shot on 35. The problem with film is it's extremely expensive. It's really designed to be developed and projected in a theater, not put then onto digital format and then it's on your TV. However, love the look. So what we used to do, because we couldn't afford these big 1,000-foot rolls that cost a couple grand to process and develop, we would buy what's called short ends. They're the rejects, basically. Big studio buys all these 1,000-foot cans for their $100 million movie. And then, you know, what's left, 300 feet, 400 feet, goes to a special place, and they sell them as short ends, and we buy them at a fraction of the cost, but still expensive. So I thought, with Gary, I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable, so I need to buy some 1,000-foot loads, just to be, you know, macho filmmaker. So, because otherwise you see these little rolls, you know, these small little cans, and you know that it's short ends, and I didn't want to freak them out. So Gary is getting ready to come back, and I tell the camera guy, I go, okay, let's put in one of our 1,000-foot loads for Gary. You know, although the shot itself should be a 10-second, 15-second shot. He comes to set, it's all teary-eyed, he says, I'm ready. Okay, let's go. He's in position. Everyone's like, now there's more people on the set than ever. They just want to see Gary. People who should not be there at all, you know, random strangers are just there. And this is a real diner that a lot of people shoot at. So anyway, Gary says, all right, I'm ready, go. Roll sound, roll camera, action. And he comes in, and he starts tearing the money out, and he's throwing some in his pockets, he pulls out his gun, shooting blanks. Then he had another gun over, got it. Shooting shit, he's putting up and down and dancing and throwing money around. This goes on for like 7 minutes, okay? He's working up a sweat, and he kind of simmers down, and he goes, okay.